Kidding guys, it's just me. Welcome back to Screen Time. I'm your host, Matt, and on this episode, we'll be reviewing Terrifier 3. I went to an advanced screening for Monster Fest in Brisbane. We did a movie marathon of all three, which was kind of exciting. It has its pros and cons, but I'll get into that a little later. So, Terrifier 1 released in 2016 after they released a short called All Hallows Eve, and Art the Clown got some traction from that. It took them 6 years to make Terrifier 2. So glad that they did. It's like an incredible watch. The bedroom scene is still considered one of the most intense sequences of any film. I still hear people going, oh yeah, that movie with the bedroom scene. Whenever I mention Terrifier, they go, oh, what's that? And I go, the clown in black and white. And they're like, the bedroom scene. So it's definitely still prevalent in kind of the pop culture fandom. And you've seen like stuff pop up in Halloween stores and whatnot around the world for Art the Clown. So it's definitely not going anywhere. So that's exciting. And then, so number 2 came out in 2022, and we've only just received number 3 now. But it comes from director Damien Lanois. And it stars David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown, and Lavera and Elliot as the two returning final family, I would call it. Final girl, final boy kind of thing. They are returning, so that's exciting. I love when people return. I don't like when they just like abandon them, so thumbs up. But yeah, so in this one, it's a little bit different. We follow Art the Clown in Christmas, which is so exciting. I can't tell you how much it excites me by having a Halloween movie in Christmas. I don't know what it is, but I love Halloween because it's fucking weird as shit, and I like Christmas because it's really wholesome, and just meshing the two together is just the wackiest thing I've ever come across. And any film that does it an interesting way, even if it's not good. So exciting when that was announced. But yeah, Art the Clown in Christmas, we follow him, get his suit and stuff like that, and then we have Sienna and Jonathan come back. Sienna and Jonathan are split in this film. At the beginning, Sienna is recovering, dealing with her own demons mentally, and Jonathan is at uni. So very different paths, but they come back together once they realize Art the Clown has awakened. And then we meet the new characters along the way. So they kind of are our main anchors, and then we meet the new characters. So we meet, on Sienna's side, we meet Gabby, and then Gabby's mum and dad. Gabby is Sienna's cousin, I think. All three of them are played really not average, but serviceable. They are serviceable. They're not incredible performers, but such an improvement from the first one, miles. The people from the first one, there was some shocking performances in the first one, but this one doesn't have it. All the side characters and whatnot are played by actors who can act, so that's great. It's a little bit on the nose, which is the only kind of negative thing I'd say, but it works in this film's favor because of how camp and kind of over the top and dramatic and gory, but silly at the same time, and funny it is. But yeah, so we meet those three, and then on Jonathan's side, Jonathan has some college friends who have their own stuff going, and they meet Sienna and they cross paths. But yeah, those are the new characters. The most interesting stuff that happens with those characters is Jonathan's college friends. They have a really interesting scene with Sienna. I won't give too much away, but it's probably the most interesting story plot point of the movie. Everything else in the movie, we aren't given a lot in the way of plot points, not with the dad, not with the sword, not with whatever's going on from the second one that they didn't answer. And the answers they gave us weren't very satisfying. So when the college people had an interesting story, it was like, yeah, give me more, but they couldn't. They didn't. And before they could give me more, obviously, you know. So it's just, if this, if this franchise wants to continue, it really needs to think about having those memorable characters, having those stories and plot points that are like interesting and compelling and multidimensional and stuff like that, but also having characters that like survive a film. People need people to relate to and care about, and if people are just going to die nonstop, there's no one to care about, and at that point people are just getting desensitized and not really caring, especially because I went to a marathon. I watched all 3 films back to back to back. It was like intense. By the second one, I was like desensitized. Nothing really shocked me. Especially, I noticed it when I was watching the third one. I was like, this is like fucked, but I actually don't feel a thing. Mainly because those characters I knew from the get-go when I first met the friends from uni, when I first met Gabby and the parents. I was like, these people are going to die. It's a simple fact. If there were some stakes, I might actually care. I might feel the suspense. I might think, oh, maybe they'll get Art the Clown this time. But at this rate, because of how many people we've gone through, there's no chance. Sienna is the one and only savior. And yeah, she's not going anywhere, but the people around her are going places, up, going down, going to hell. So yeah, it lost its kind of like impact by the third film. So maybe don't watch all 3 back to back to back. It might lose its impact, but it was still a fun time. And then after that, we kind of go along with Art the Clown through these different situations. We meet random people. They see the end of their life. And then we have this massive climactic battle with people, and it ends with not really answering really anything from the second one or from the first one. It is surprising though. I will add that the first film's actor has stayed around for 3 films. Interesting to see if they keep her around for the fourth one. If you've seen the third one, let me know your thoughts. But yeah, no, it was like when I found out the main chick, or the side chick that's kind of like a main chick now, is the same actor, I was like, damn, she getting paid. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on Terrifier 3. Bit of a quick one, but I didn't want to give away too much. If you'd like a spoiler talk about like what happened, ranking of the best kills, that kind of stuff, let me know. But as always, like, subscribe, do all those good things. If you've seen Terrifier 3, let me know down in the comments below. If you agree with me, if you hate me, let me know. But I'll see you next time, guys.